Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome back to PSA TV. This is Iron Labor segment. I'm sure you're seeing a gentleman here in studio with us. We must welcome Inspector Mr. Derrick Sharbodie. He is the founder of the Police Youth Club in the St. James Police Youth Club. Good morning, Mr. Sharbodie. How are you?
Good morning, and thank you very much for the invitation extended.
You're welcome.
Honored to be here.
You're welcome. It is a pleasure for you to be here. I mean, I remember growing up, I always call you officer, and was always scared of you,
Oh, okay.
So I'm seeing you this morning and I'm happy. For those that may not know you, I know you have a huge portfolio, you hold many hats. If you could just tell us a bit about your early years.
Well, the journey started in 1992 when I was invited to do several lectures in school. I realized that so many young people being arrested and charged, it was a sad state. And having spoken to the young people while incarcerated, I realized that they had no knowledge. They were ignorant of many of the offenses. But going back a bit, my parents died at the age of 14, and I had to work plus go to school. I grew up rough in an area called Nelson Street. So I understand the life and the culture and the hustle that requires survival. And after leaving St. James Secondary with only 2 passes, I was invited back to St. James, and the teacher was telling me, listen, if you're looking for work, I want you to do one thing for me. I want you to come and talk to young people about life after school. I said, me? He said, yeah, just share with them the struggles of life after school and getting a job and all that. And here I was just talking about life and my family, and and the principal and teacher were very impressed. And lo and behold, I got a call, and they said, listen, we want you to come back. The teachers, the students, so they were captivated by your presentation. It was a simple presentation on life after school.
Right.
And it continued as I entered the police service. I understood the value of a proactive approach to crime prevention instead of reacting. And in 1990, after the coup, I generally saw the need more for it. So many young people were using guns. And even after the lecture, there was still a disconnect with the police and the youth. And I was introduced to the Police Youth Club through Sergeant Reed and Mr. Winston Cooper, Assistant Commissioner, who's the godfather of Police Youth Clubs. Right. And I've been sitting around so many good people that, I felt that the right way to go is working with young people from very early. And that's how the whole philosophy and the good news of the police service started.
What was the motivating factor in starting and being so passionate, involved with the Youth Club Center, though?
I think it's the response from the young people. And the young people, they normally give you the impetus to continue. They encourage you. They say, officer, you came to my school and you did a lecture, and I was really blown away. I want to thank you very much since you spoke to me. And that gives you the encouragement to move on from strength to strength. Sometimes you do a lecture and you have 500 children, and you realize that you're planting seeds, you're transforming. And looking at crime, you have to arrest what young people are thinking before you arrest them with guns. If you don't arrest them with a think, then they will continue to see gun as God, as a second toy, unfortunately.
Mr. Sharbodie, what is the biggest need and priority at the Youth Club Center, and how people can help?
Well, the Police Youth Club has grown from 12 to about 113 youth clubs. However, some youth clubs operate with their own center and some operate in schools. I think funding, it is a major part of ensuring that your programs are consistent. Ballroom dancing, African dance, gemology, computer classes. Young people wouldn't mind having a lecture or two on the law and but the finer things is what draws them, what attracts them, this culture, dance, football. And then you could look at the holistic approach, how you speak, how you stand, or for an application form. Those are basic fundamental things that you can work with afterwards. I think funding and having corporate TNT come on board in a big way to say, hey, this is good money spent because we're investing in our nation's youth.
What challenges on your job do you encounter, and how do you overcome them?
Well, I overcome them with charm and charisma. I think over I'm in this business 27 years, so
Yeah,
that, you know,
27.
it comes with a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, a lot of pain, a lot of errors, and by extension, understanding the environment you're working sometimes. And over a period of time, I've learned that people who was to buy into the police service is not as simple as saying, I would like you to support the police club. So you invite them down to the center, let them see the culture, the environment, what you're doing. There's a greater impact there, right? And the public certainly has been bought whole soul with police clubs. I think it's an excellent thing. I think our challenge is more internal sometimes. I know that our commissioner of police is on board. He has given an undertaking to support the police club initiative, and I want to thank him very much. And I think there's a program he's about to launch called Street Talk. Instead of waiting, you go out and you talk to the young people on the streets,
Right.
and chat with them and you know, let them know that there is value to life and give them a sense of direction.
I'm just looking at your palm here. I mean, there's a project entitled Join a Club, Not a Gang.
Yes.
You want to just explain that for me?
Well, I have some good people around me. God has blessed me with Pastor Dutton, Clive Dutton. He's on our management board. Mr. James Divas from G4S. Ms. Gemma Jordan, a past teacher. A parent council body. And what we're looking at is that making the gang unsexy and not popularize it. And we feel that if we promote the club and the value and what the club has to offer, we tell you that by 18 you're dead once in a gang. But you're involved in a police club, any club, there's life, there's longevity, you know, there's a possibility of getting into the world of work, and into the Army, the Coast Guard is a stepping stone. And we want to let young people know that we understand and we realize that they are trapped sometimes, but there's a way out. And the police club, My Lat, My Part, you name it, they're excellent youth organizations doing wonderful work on the ground that are transforming young people.
So you just mentioned the commissioner, Gary Griffith. So which
Yeah.
means, is he heavily involved in the youth club activities?
Oh yes, the commissioner recently launched the commissioners under something cup. St. James came second.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good goal, but we take it. And our club came second in the league. He also had the commissioners' games. We did very well in Western Division. And he also had the commissioners' netball. The netballers are doing very well. So he's using sports as a vehicle in terms of ensuring our young people are occupied. And there's value to not just sports, but there's value to the discipline component. We have a motto that speaks to that good education makes you shine, but good discipline makes you glitter. And we feel that, yes, it is good to be educated, but it's equally important to our sense of discipline.
Yeah.
Corporate TMT is saying, I don't want skill alone, I want them discipline as well. Good morning, good afternoon, excuse me. I think these are the things meet our agenda very early in the minds of the young people.
But do you see that in society happening though with young people today?
I think that we have very few examples.
Yeah.
We're telling young people it's not good to use obscene but we cursing.
Yeah.
We're telling young people that they shouldn't lie but we are dishonest. And the young people that are under my charge, they prefer examples. So save me the long talk, save me the lecture, I prefer examples. So if you're telling me and you're suggesting to me A is good, then let me see it in your lifestyle. And it is applaudable more when young people see the evidence of it and not just talking.
Does the Police Youth Club engage with various NGOs and how?
Oh yes, in order to survive, we have to network and partner. We have to network. It is an integral part of sustaining and ensuring that young people go from strength to strength. The Student Lebanese Women's Club has been very good to the club. G4S, as I mentioned before, Royal Bank of Canada has been very kind to the club.
That's good.
We took part in the marathon. And there are so many different organizations that have, whether in small or in kind, have said, listen, I know that you're doing excellent work and we would like to assist.
Are you also in panel with the U.S. Embassy as well? Because
Yes, we are very good friends with the U.S. Embassy. In fact, U.S. Embassy has been very instrumental in refurbishing our center, and I want to invite you at our center on Syrian Road, where we have a 16-piece steel orchestra, we have computer classes, we have Moko Jumbies, African dance, we have a male and female support group. We have launched our Men as Mentors program, where we are bringing fathers back on board to work. We are not in the business of choosing whether mommy or daddy is right, but we are seeking the interests of the children. So it's imperative that we maximize the use. We would like to get a larger building, of course, but I just want to salute the US Embassy. They've been very good to us in terms of even allowing the children to benefit from some of the international youth exchange programs.
That's good. Does the youth club go to various schools?
We do. I'm invited to do lectures, and once I'm given the time, we'll do a skit. I believe that skit is an excellent forum to reach young people. So we do a lot of skit. Our band members will do a few songs, so that your children will see the benefits of being involved in the club.
What about the community? Does the business community get involved as well with final contributions and stuff like that? We
would like more help. No, we would certainly like more help. As we speak, we really want more assistance. And take for instance, we have a 16-piece steel orchestra. It's almost $5,000 just to blend and tune pans. You follow? And to maintain it, to maintain the computer. While it's good to allow people to do pro bono work, I think people should also be saluted for who do excellent volunteer. I think we haven't spent much time talking about the value of those who volunteer their service. If I am a CEO in charge of a company and I'm going to promote somebody to management level, I would ask them, give me the name of an organization that you volunteer time, which will be part of your promotion, so that you follow, that everybody would understand that in your communities or anywhere, it is good to volunteer and offer your services to the nation's youth and not just criticize them.
I see you also have a project called Project Excel.
Oh, Project Excel started many years in 1996, and it was teaching kids to excel without using drugs. We feel that you can excel in anything you do. There's no need to smoke, there's no need to drink. You do it naturally. And we show excellence in some of our own athletes. So